EastEnders viewers, along with Stacey Slater, were left stunned in tonight's installment when Max and Zoe were spotted locking lips outside the Vic. But how will the bombshell be received? Max Branning made a dramatic comeback in this episode, leaving Stacey floored after witnessing him kiss Zoe Slater. The nail-biting cliffhanger had fans gripped, while teasers for tomorrow hint at serious consequences for Max, with one resident demanding he get out of Walford. Stacey was utterly blindsided when Max stormed into his daughter Lauren's wedding at the Vic, prompting Kat to advise her to head upstairs and avoid the drama. Not long after, Kat discovered Zoe talking with Max and immediately warned her to stay away from him. Of course, nobody in Albert Square currently knows about Zoe and Max's history, but could their secret soon come to light? On her way out of the Vic, Stacey was followed by Max, who ended up reminiscing about the past before breaking down in tears. Opening up, he admitted he no longer had many people to confide in. Stacey reluctantly let him in for a drink, and it seemed like things might take a turn, but she stopped it before it went too far and told him to leave, just as Zoe entered the room. "Is he bothering you?" Zoe asked. Max eventually left, and afterwards Zoe, determined for Stacey to remain in Walford, surprisingly suggested maybe Brazil was a better option after all. She pointed out that with Max hanging around, sticking around might only bring more pain, and even Lily agreed Stacey should escape. Later, Zoe met Max again outside the Vic, where she thanked him for his support with Greg and for the money he gave to help track down her son. "I'm sorry things fell apart between us. Truth is, I really liked you," Zoe admitted, with Max confessing he had felt the same. But he acknowledged they were too messy together and claimed he was trying to change. Zoe leaned in for a kiss, and though Max resisted briefly, he soon gave in, unaware Stacey was watching the passionate moment unfold in a jaw-dropping cliffhanger. Producers are keeping quiet about Stacey's next move, but spoilers suggest Max's problems don't end with her. Tomorrow, he clashes with Lauren, who fumes at him for missing most of her wedding. Their heated exchange ends with Lauren ordering Max out of Walford. But will he actually go? Elsewhere, more drama brews, as Cindy is horrified to learn Max has returned, and she storms to the Vic to confront the man responsible for her son Stephen's death. Meanwhile, actress Lacey Turner teased what's next, saying, "When Stacey sees Max and Zoe kiss, she's absolutely floored. She never even knew they were connected, let alone that they'd been romantically involved. She feels betrayed by Zoe, but at the same time, she realizes this is typical Max. It's the kind of behavior he's always fallen into." EastEnders star admits she felt quite drained after carrying weight of Joel Marshall's storyline. A documentary is set to be made about EastEnders' troubled teen character Joel Marshall. One of the show's cast members has confessed she was left feeling completely drained after carrying the heavy responsibility of his shocking storyline. Played by Max Murray, Joel has been drawn into disturbing narratives influenced by Andrew Tate-style ideology and incel-driven misogyny. So far, viewers have watched him assault a woman on a train while persuading Tommy Moon to record it, secretly film himself with schoolgirl Avani Nandra Hart without her permission, and share intimate footage of Stacey Slater online. It has also been revealed that Joel, who arrived in Walford with his father Ross Marshall and girlfriend Vicky Fowler, was unable to return to Australia after being caught taking upskirt images of a girl. His father Ross allegedly paid off the family to keep the police out of it. In recent weeks, Joel has also turned physically aggressive towards Vicky, lashing out as his misogynistic behavior spirals further. Vicky is now portrayed by Alice Haig, who has quickly won over fans after taking on the role previously played by Scarlett Alice Johnson, who departed the soap in 2004. Speaking to Bang Showbiz at the Inside Soap Awards in London, Alice explained how she tries not to let such dark storylines affect her off-screen. "Usually I can just leave work at work, but EastEnders is different. I didn't realize how long you live inside these stories. After a few weeks of carrying that weight, I started to feel really drained, so I'm definitely looking forward to some lighter moments." She added, "It's an incredibly well-written and carefully thought out storyline, so I really hope audiences take something important from it. Alice admitted the toxic masculinity arc has been one of her most demanding challenges as a performer and hinted the fallout will only intensify. What's coming up is even tougher. But these are the kinds of stories that really matter, and they're also the ones actors dream about. Raw, emotional, dramatic. It's been hard work, but such a privilege too. The actress was also full of praise for 18-year-old Max Murray, who has taken on the dark and difficult role of Joel. Speaking about her co-star, she said, "Honestly, he's been outstanding from the very beginning. Max is such a genuinely kind, down-to-earth person, the complete opposite of Joel in every possible way. It's incredible to watch him switch into character, because the transformation is so stark. One moment, he's this lovely young man, always polite and cracking jokes, and the next, he's delivering these chilling, uncomfortable scenes with such conviction." She went on to highlight how impressed she's been with his attitude on set. He's taken everything in stride, no matter how heavy or uncomfortable the material gets. For someone his age, it's a huge responsibility to handle a storyline like this, but Max has done it with so much maturity. The whole cast and crew have been behind him every step of the way, and you can see he's really drawing on that support. Concluding her praise, she added, "I think he's absolutely smashing it. He's brave enough to lean into the darkness of the role, while also remembering why it matters. I know he's found real strength and confidence in the fact that this is an important story, one that isn't easy to watch, but one that needs to be told. He should be really proud of what he's achieved." Harry discovers Ravi's next ruthless plan. Kojo remains a target. George grows increasingly frustrated as he pushes Harry for more information about Kojo, desperate to get to the bottom of what's going on. However, Harry stays tight-lipped, leaving George none the wiser. Sensing the tension, Gina and Anna step in and warn George that he's making things worse by crowding Kojo, urging him to take a step back before he drives his son further away. Later, Harry is left unsettled when he learns that Oki has booked Kojo to appear at a car show far from Walford. At first, it seems like a harmless opportunity, but Harry's relief quickly turns to dread when he realizes the booking is nothing more than a cover for another dodgy scheme. Knowing Kojo could be in real danger, Harry is left panicked about what's coming next. Elsewhere in Walford, Kathy and Julie rally around Phil as he prepares for his latest trip. With tensions still hanging over the Mitchell family, they suggest that he make time to see Ben before he heads to the airport. But will Phil take their advice and try to make peace, or will pride get in the way once again? Meanwhile, Suki's announcement that she plans to adopt with Eve leaves her family reeling. Instead of offering support, her loved ones turn on her, branding her unfit and questioning her ability to parent. Crushed by their harsh words, Suki is left doubting herself, but rather than back down, she goes to number 31 in search of Eve, hoping to find reassurance in the one person who truly understands her. And across the square, tensions continue to mount for Vicky and Ross as Joel's toxic behavior spirals even further. His misogynistic views grow bolder by the day, leaving those closest to him horrified and pushing the couple to breaking point. But with Joel showing no signs of changing, could this be the end of the line for Vicky and Ross's relationship?